Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Paul Magnani and this is Consistency. We are today in our video number 8 of our series about English with politics. And today we are going to study a very interesting word, runoff. Have you ever heard this word, runoff? In this video, you're going to see the runoff can be a verb, to run off, or a noun, a runoff, together or with a dash. We are going to see 11 different ways to use this word. It's very interesting, so if you want to improve your English, improve your fluency, you can't miss this video. Alright my friends, so let's see the first meaning of runoff related to politics, okay? Let's check the same article that we studied in the last video. The article says, Brazil's far-right Bolsonaro wins first round of presidential election. Do you remember this article from CNN from our last video? It says here that Bolsonaro won the first round. Therefore, we can conclude that we are going to have what? A second round. But usually they don't use this expression. Usually they don't say second round. Let's check this article. Let's see one paragraph here from this article. Take a look. It says, We indeed are able to change the destiny of Brazil, Bolsonaro said to media after learning he could face a runoff. We cannot continue flirting with socialism or communism. A victory in the second round for former army captain Bolsonaro would signal a historic shift to the right in Brazil. So, we should highlight two words here in this text. Runoff and second round. They are exactly the same, okay? So when they say here that a victory in the second round, or they say, before that, they say that Bolsonaro would face a runoff. So when you say runoff, when you're talking about politics, about elections, a runoff is a second round, okay? So when you talk about a competition, about a race, or about the elections, you have the first round where the candidates, they are competing. Yeah? However, after the first time, when you still have, like we in Brazil, we still have two that are competing, it's kind of the finals. It's kind of like the finals, yeah, if we relate to sports. So when you have the finals of a race or the finals of an election, then you call it a runoff. So we can say that in Brazil, on the 28th of October, we're going to have the runoff. That is the same to say that it's our second round. Okay? So this is the first meaning of runoff that you're going to see today. So what is the second meaning? Let's see. Oh yeah, just one more thing that I forgot to say. Do you see this picture? What you see in this picture, I already said in another video, is a political race. It's interesting to see that when you talk about politics, they have this relation of politics, of elections with race. So you can say that we are living now a political race, there is a presidential race. Bolsonaro and Haddad, they want to be a president. So you can say that they are running for presidency. Do you understand? They are running for presidency. And to untie this competition, they are both the leaders, we need a runoff. So we have a lot of words related to running, yeah, and race when you talk about elections. It's very interesting, curious. So let's see the second meaning of runoff. What do you see in this picture, guys? It's interesting. Yeah? What is that? That's a thief. Yeah? So it's a thief. And the thief is running off with money, or he's running off with something that he stole. Do you understand? So when you steal something, you can say that you ran off with something. So it's the same idea of stealing. So if someone stopped you in the street and stole your cell phone, someone stole your cell phone and ran, you can say, oh, a thief ran off with my cell phone. Means that he stole your cell phone. Okay, so this is the second meaning of run off, and this is here now it's a verb. Okay, it's a phrasal verb. Now let's see the third meaning. What do you see in this picture? There's a dog and a cat. And what is the dog doing? Well, the dog is forcing the cat to run and to leave. Imagine you have a dog, the dog is in your backyard, and then a cat from the neighbor jumps into your backyard. And then your dog starts barking and the dog forces the cat to leave. So you can say in this situation that the dog ran off the cat from the backyard. Or you can say that the dog ran the cat off the backyard. Okay, that's the third idea here of run off, is to force someone to leave. Now you keep talking about dogs, but it's a different situation. What do you see here in this picture? What is the dog doing? The dog is escaping, yeah? So I could say that the dog is running off. So if your dog, for example, yesterday your dog escaped, you can say, man, yesterday my dog ran off. Okay, my dog ran off yesterday. That's a possibility also to say run off. Okay, I could say, for example, oh, I forgot the door opened and my dog ran off. Now what do you see in this next picture? This is the number 5. There's a girl and probably her boyfriend, and they are fleeing. Do you know the verb to flee? To flee is just to leave and don't say goodbye to anybody. Just go and nobody knows where you're going. You are fleeing. You are running off. It's the same idea. So imagine, for example, imagine the situation. You have, imagine you have a girlfriend. No, imagine you are a girl and you have a boyfriend, but your father doesn't approve it. Your father doesn't want your relationship. So you say to your boyfriend or to your girlfriend, let's run off. And then you get your backpack and just run off with your love. You understand? So that's also another idea of running off, is to flee. Number 6. The number 6, what do we see in this picture? We see a lot of water. What? Rainwater. Yeah, water that came from the rain or from a storm that is not observed by the soil. Therefore, the water runs on the soil, flows until into the river. This water we call runoff. It's a runoff water. Do you understand? Maybe in many cases this water is a problem, because if the water is not observed by the soil, it can take chemicals and pollution to the rivers. Okay, so that's another idea of runoff. It's a noun, it's not a verb. It's just, so it's the water that comes from the rain. Okay, and is not observed. The number 7, what do you see in this picture? Well, there's a car. Yeah, so imagine that you are driving your car and then you sleep and then you have an accident. What happened? You ran off the road. Okay, that's the idea. So if you run off the road, means that you're driving on the road and you just change the direction and goes on the wrong direction, so you just ran off the road. If you are on a train, also, like you see in this picture, it's the same idea. You can say here that the train ran off the rail. Okay, the same idea. Number 8, what we have here is a cover of a book. That's a book, and the name of the book is "Run Your Fat Off." It's very interesting. What does that mean? Run your fat off. That means that you will lose weight by running. Okay. So if you want to lose some kilos by running, you can say, I'm going to run my fat off. Okay, that's another idea of the phrasal verb run off. Number 9, well, very different. See, English, guys, is very crazy. Like vocabulary, I think is the most difficult thing in English is vocabulary, because one word you see here means 11 different things. What you're seeing here is a copy machine. If you want to make some copies, you can also say that you will run off some copies. Well, I could say that I made 100 copies for my English students yesterday. So yesterday I ran off 100 copies for my students. Okay, so that's another idea. Number 10, what do you see in this picture? A little boy in the toilet. So what is the problem? If I say that, for example, my son didn't go to school this morning because he spent all night running off. He was running off all night. That means he had diarrhea. Yeah, exactly. He had diarrhea because he ran off all night. Okay, do you understand? So, the last one, the last idea, do you see this picture? There is a laptop computer, and this laptop computer on the picture, well, you don't have a cable. I'm using cable now for my computer. So, let's talk about the source of power. What power is making my computer work? Well, my computer today is running off the power cable. My computer is running off the power cable. The computer in this picture don't have a cable, so it's running off the battery. It's more common to see the use run on. Okay, so my computer is running on the power cable, or my computer is running on the battery. But also it's possible to say run off. My computer is running off the power cable, my computer is running off the battery. Okay, so that's it, guys. Very nice. I liked very much to study different ideas. It's very nice vocabulary. So let's just do a quick review here. 11 different ways to use runoff. So first, when you talk about elections, it's the finals of an election race. It's the runoff. Number 2, when someone steals something, the person runs off your money, runs off your cell phone, is stealing. Number 3 is to force someone to leave. The dog, what? The dog run off the cat from the backyard. Okay. The number 4 is to escape. Oh, my dog ran off yesterday because he left the door opened. Number 5 is to flee. Oh, my dream is to run off with my love, for example. Number 6 is the rainwater, so that is not observed by the ground. Okay, it's very dangerous because rainwater runoff can pollute the rivers. Number 7 is to run off the road. My friend had an accident because he was driving and he ran off the road. It was very dangerous. Number 8 is when you want to lose weight, you can just run your fat off. Man, you should run your fat off. Go running and lose weight. Number 9 is to make some photocopies. Well, tomorrow I need to run off some copies for my English classes. Okay. Number 10 is to have diarrhea. My son didn't go to school because he was running off all night. And number 11 is to use something as a power, a source of power. My computer is running off the power cable. Okay? Do you remember all these ideas? So, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends. And remember, keep studying and keep learning and be fluent with consistency. See you next video.